Hello friends, welcome to the Shikhar series of BFM. We are in module A right now, okay? And today's topic is role in foreign exchange, means role of ECGC basically. Role of ECGC in foreign exchange. In Shikhar series, we are covering all the subjects. I am covering BFM, then ABM. Other mentors are covering ABFM, BRBL. So, all the subjects are being covered, and importantly remember, in each subject we are covering each chapter. So that's why watch the series completely, share it with your friends, share it on all your social media platforms, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and do it now. Okay, first do this thing, like the video, everyone, like the video right now, because what happens, we'll go on imparting the information and later we forget the basics. Okay, so start immediately. Got it? Chalo, let's move on. Done, everyone? Shikhar means what? Shikhar means pinnacle, top. You have to go at the top. You don't have to just clear the exam. If you think of the stars, you'll reach the clouds. Kindly note this thing. If you think of the stars, you'll reach the clouds. Always think of scoring 70, 80. Take your preparation to that level. Once you are at that level, only then you will be able to score 50s and 60s. If you start your thinking with 50s and 60s, you'll get stuck somewhere between 40 and 50. So that's why think of the stars. Always, I'll say, think of the stars, then you'll reach the clouds. Okay? Chalo, let's start. So, role of ECGC. Firstly, what is ECGC? What is ECGC? ECGC's full form is Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. See, now there is a catch in this. What is the catch? If you see the ECGC company, means overall, it's a government company. If you see the ECGC overall structure, now you will say it is mentioned as ECGC Limited. Earlier it was Export Credit Guarantee Corporation. Now they have made it succinct, ECGC Limited, simple. Okay. So from the name itself you understand Export Credit Guarantee. Credit guarantee means what? It will be a sort of insurance. So this company is giving a insurance to whom? We have DICGC also. You say, sir, that is also giving insurance, DICGC. Then what does this ECGC do? DICGC is for depositors and ECGC is for export. Clear? Now, firstly, why is that insurance required? Why do we require the insurance? For that, you need to understand the concept of export insurance first. Insurance comes wherever there is a risk. Wherever there is a risk, there will be insurance. It's always said, no? If you have a risk, we have insurance. So, export insurance. Now, export insurance is needed. Why? Because we can do the export of, if you look at this, goods. You can manufacture the goods and then you send it via ship. How are the goods sold in foreign markets? See, once we manufacture the goods, once the goods are manufactured over here, okay, preparing, manufacture, seller, manufacture, okay. Once the goods are manufactured, this is the seller or we call it exporter, okay. So this seller or exporter will send via sea. See this. This will be sent via sea, okay, water, okay, and then ship. Generally, it is sent via ship only, okay. It can be sent via air also. Air is also allowed. Everything is allowed, but costing, everything is costing, okay. So now you tell me, air cost will be higher or ship cost will be higher? Air cost, of course, air cost is higher. Why? Because in the ship, there is a scientific, technical part now. This is called as upthrust. So less energy is required. Okay, less energy is required. So that's why It is always sent via ship only. Less energy, so less cost. Majority 95% of the goods in the world are sent via ship only. From country to country. Now it depends. If you say that I want to send the goods to Nepal, you can't send it via ship. These are landlocked countries. Nepal and all these are called as landlocked countries. Landlocked means what? Afghanistan. Landlocked countries. Landlocked means what? Landlocked countries means which don't have a sea access. Okay. So this it is sent via sea to the buyer, or we call it importer. Okay. Now what all things can happen? Whenever I am sending the goods via sea or by air or anything, by road, by railway, anything can happen. So whenever I manufacture the goods and send the goods, there can be a loss or damage. Okay, in between. While manufacturing also there can be a loss. See this. Here also I can face the loss. There is a fire in my factory. So, but that is a separate insurance. Okay. ECGC will cover only in transit. So loss or damage in the ship here, or in this not only ship, it can be in the ship or in the air, railway, anything. Second, marine insurance. See here, why is it specifically mentioned marine? Marine means water, sea. Why is it specifically marine? Marine is mentioned because 95% of the trade is done via sea only. Okay. So 95% of the trade is via sea. That's why it's specifically mentioned here marine. Okay, marine insurance. Marine insurances are very costly, and majority, I'll give you something more in this. Majority of the insurance companies, export insurance companies, are from UK, England, UK. Okay, majority of these marine insurance companies are from UK. Okay, majority are from UK. So that's why remember, they have a control over this marine insurance. As the companies will start from our country also, Bharat. So as, see here, call Bharat now. Okay, as we'll start moving towards this insurance from our country, so the control will be in our hands then. So these are the main risks to the goods. One is loss or damage, and second is marine insurance. Now loss or damage means what? Why is all these things required? That is called as TPND. Kindly note, TPND. This word comes to you regularly. Has anyone seen this word TPND? Has anyone seen this word TPND up till now? Many of you will say, no, we have not seen, because we don't deal in export. We are in retail banking, sir. How will we know? Forget this export, forget this import. You have seen this word. I'll tell you where. Okay? You have a bike insurance, you have a car insurance. All of you have this. Either bike or cars. Somebody might not be having the car. Somebody might be having the bike. But anything, bike, car, anything. Any goods. You have a house insurance. There also you have this TPND losses. TPND means what? It's asked in the exam also. It's called as theft. See this, theft, pilferage, Pilferage. N means and, it is and. Okay, theft, pilferage. Okay, and destruction. Destruction means whatever is destruction over here, whatever this damages. Theft, pilferage, and destruction. Okay, so goods are damaged, lost. See this, theft, pilferage means loss. You'll say, where do I see the loss? How can it be lost? If you go to this Suez Canal, Saudi Arabia, okay, that Suez Canal which passes from here, see this, Suez Canal which passes from here, this is our Bharat, okay. So it passes from here, and there is Saudi Arabia, Yemen, everything. Here there are a lot of losses. Here there are a lot of that Houthi they call it. So here there are a lot of losses in this. So theft is over there. Pilferage. Pilferage means again damage only. So got it, marine insurance. Now receivables. Now the second type of insurance is for receivables. Let me remove everything now. Second type of insurance is for receivables. In receivables what happens? Look at this. Exchange risk, payment risk. What do you mean by this? Exchange risk and payment risk. Very simple. When I sell the goods to my seller, buyer, okay, this buyer will not pay. Buyer not paying. Okay, buyer not paying. This is one risk. I'll send the goods and the buyer will not pay. So this can happen, isn't it? So buyer not paying, this is a major risk. This is called as a credit risk. Okay, this is called as a credit risk. Credit. Okay, this is called as a credit risk. Or actually I'll tell you, credit risk is of two types. Credit risk has two types. What are those? One is known as country risk. Country. Second is known as counterparty. Counterparty. Okay. So credit risk is of two types. One is country risk. Second is counterparty risk. Okay. All these are covered by ECGC. Now I'll ask you one question. If I tell you to send the goods to Afghanistan, I have a buyer in Afghanistan, kindly send the goods. Will you send it? Definitely you won't. You won't send the goods. Why? Because Afghanistan country, my God, someday will I get the payment? Same thing about some South African country, some various are there, even I don't know the names. Congo, Sudan, I tell you to send the goods. This is country risk. Counterparty means what? The country is good. If I am sending the goods to Europe, okay? Europe is a good, means overall 27 countries of Europe, 27 now, there were 28 earlier, now UK, England has come out, so 27, Brexit. So these 27 countries are good as such, but your buyer you don't know. It can happen now that your buyer is a bad person, country is good, so counterparty risk means that. So coming back, payment risk, got it? Payment risk is of basically a type of credit risk, counterparty risk. Next is exchange risk. Now exchange risk means what? Everyone is good. Everyone goody. Okay? Main bhi acha, tu bhi acha. Shipping is also acha. Everything is acha. Everything is good. But dollar falls down. What will happen? Dollar falls down. Means what? Suppose here, let's say the dollar rate is now $1 equals to roughly, I'll tell you, roughly 86 rupees. Okay. Now, if I book a dollar contract for $10,000, so how much will I get? $86,000, right? 10,000, no? Or 1,000, let's make it 1,000, simple one. So $1,000, $1,000. So it will be 86,000 only rupees. Okay. So I am expecting 86,000 rupees. But now what happens? This dollar value falls from 86 to let's say 80. Then how much will I get? If it falls to 80, then I'll be getting 80,000. So I'm having a loss of 6,000. Why? Because of exchange. How to prevent against this exchange? To prevent against this exchange, we book the forward contracts. Okay, forward contracts are booked. So ECGC covers that risk also. Got it, everyone? Next. Benefits of ECGC for Indian exporters. What are the benefits? Now look at this. All the terms are mentioned over here. What are the benefits? Look at this. Risk protection, confidence to explore global markets. Okay, confidence to explore global markets. One sec. Confidence to explore the global markets. Then, see this, access to finance. Access to finance means you get this pre-shipment, post-shipment finances also. Guarantees are also given. Okay. Then enhanced credit worthiness. Enhanced credit worthiness means a record is created. This is like the CIBIL score. In simple language, CIBIL score. So in CIBIL score, what happens? The more you do the transactions, the more you do it correctly. In that case, your credit worthiness is increased, your rating increases. Same thing over here. Enhanced credit worthiness. So you'll get better loans. Okay, if you are stuck with ECGC and you do the regular transactions with ECGC. Facilitates business growth. Obviously, if your credit worthiness is increased, enhanced, then definitely you'll have more business, isn't it? So, facilitates business growth. Safeguards against political risk. Political risk. What is the political risk? Understand what is the political risk. What is it? Everyone. What is the political risk? I'll give you an example. Bangladesh. Bangladesh. Just a year back, this country was considered as good. They were competing with our country, Bharat. You might have read many articles few years back, just 1 or 2 years back only. Bangladesh is growing better than our country, Bharat. Their GDP growth is faster than our country. They are so good, this, that, all golden coins were attached to Bangladesh. What happened? Now tell me where is Bangladesh? Bangladesh, gone. Why? Gone in a day. In what? 1 week? 1 week. Gone. Why? Political risk. Political risk means here, the change in the government. Now you see this has happened in Bangladesh. It happens in every country. Means other than, here, only our country is stable. If you look at all our neighbors, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal is every 6 months the government changes. Nepal, Pakistan. Okay, look at all our neighbors. All our neighbors. What is happening? Every 6 months there is a government change. That is known as a political risk. Okay. So political risk, this ECGC covers this, insurance also for that. Okay. But if I would say one thing, do you think ECGC is they don't know what is going on in the world? Means I will say Pakistan is a risky country and ECGC will take insurance on Pakistan. If I understand Pakistan is risky, can't ECGC understand? Yes, they understand, but that is their job. Their job is to give the insurance. So they charge me. Premium will be charged, isn't it? If it's a more riskier country, they'll definitely charge higher premium, isn't it? Why did that subprime crisis happen in USA? Subprime crisis, 2008. Why did it happen? Same logic, higher premium. Same thing was happening in 2022 also, which that Credit Suisse company, Credit Suisse, same, it was gone. It was purchased by UBS. But this subprime crisis was once more happening in 2022. It was saved. That had been not our topic today, someday else. This subprime crisis had happened again in 2022, which was, I would say, not saved. It is not saved. It is just blanketed. I will call it blanketed. Blanketed means what? Chupa diya usko. Someday it will burst. Now, if you check this here, if some of you are checking regular YouTube and Google, the financials, you will check this. Credit Suisse was purchased by UBS. Okay, UBS. Now, you yourself check the financials of UBS. You will find the same problem which was there in Credit Suisse. The same problem is happening in UBS now. The one who purchased it is also in trouble. So that's why I said it was just a blanketing. Let it be, not our topic today, someday else. Support for small businesses, this. So kindly note, ECGC has small business policies also. Okay, so they have 3 types of main policies: standard policy, small exporters policy, and specific shipment policy. Generally, now they have almost 7-8 types of policies, but main ones are these. It's always now means who does the maximum business. So maximum business is done by these 3 policies. There are others as well. There is a policy for software, there is a policy for some other thing, but 8 policies roughly you have, 8 to 9. But the important part is who does the 65% of the business, small exporters, standard and specific shipment. Okay. So support for small businesses, they have small exporters policy. Okay. Next, streamline the documentation. Everything online now. Everything is online. There is nothing in this ECGC and any government body now. I would say government has changed a lot. There is nothing in central government. I am not talking of state governments. There is nothing in central government which can't be done online now. Of course, you will point out this. No. I don't say nothing means what? 95% is done online. 5% here and there is okay. Means these things happen. Okay. Chuk bul deve leve. There is in Rajasthani. In this Marwadi community, if you look at the invoices, have you seen the invoices? Bills. Bill. They have written it somewhere. Chuk bul deve leve. So this 5% is that. Chuk bul deve leve. Isn't it? Yeah. So streamline the documentation. Market intelligence. This is very important function of ECGC. Market intelligence means what? Let's say I am the exporter. Okay. I want to export from our country, Bharat. But the problem is I don't know whom to export. Isn't it? Have I gone to Africa? Have I gone to USA? Have I gone to Europe? Have I gone to these countries, neighbors? I don't know. So how do I export to these guys? For them, for that, the database is given by this ECGC. There are various agencies, not only ECGC. See this, ECGC gives the data. The data is given by this Chamber of Commerce also. Data is given by Ministry of this Export also, Commerce Ministry, they also give. Everyone gives you the data. So market intelligence means basically whatever you can use it. Okay. Promotes sustainable practices. Sustainable means long term. Okay. And very important term is risk protection. Risk protection is an important part. This is the main job of any insurance company, isn't it? How do they protect the risk? That will cover it later someday, because that is generally covered by this hedging. Okay, hedging tools are there. Hedging tools are related to your derivatives also, mainly derivatives only. So what are the risks covered by ECGC now? ECGC covers this political risk and commercial risk. These are the two main risks covered by the ECGC, political and commercial. Now, if you look at this political risk, okay, there are two parts to this: open cover and restricted cover. Now, this is more technical. I don't think so in exam they'll ask you anything like this. But then also, as a topic is there, you must know, isn't it? Do you study for exam? Just tell me. Are you all planning to study only for exam? If you are planning to study only for exam, kindly note you'll find it troublesome. Studies are always to be done for yourself, for knowledge, for adding the value. Exam follows, marks follow. Adding the value is important to your life. Okay? Exams will keep on coming and going. Got it? You will definitely clear this exam. I'll definitely tell you, if you study for yourself. There is that 3 Idiots dialogue, no? That value, increase of value. Okay? You'll get it. Increase your value, you will get this marks and everything, jobs, salary, everything will follow. Isn't it? 3 Idiots, Rancho, always remember that Rancho. Okay? So coming back, political risk, open cover and restricted cover. What is open cover? Open cover means, see this, suppose if, I'll give you a simple logic. Suppose if, let's say, I am doing an export. Okay? So there are 2 cases. I'll give you 2 cases. One is open and second is restricted. Okay. There are actually 3 levels in ECGC. 3 levels of countries. One level of country is openly. Europe, America, you send it anything, they'll give you open cover, no problem. Restricted means what? That is called as restricted group. Restricted group 1 and 2. There are 2 restricted groups. In restricted group 1, every year you have to renew the policy. Renew every year. Renew every year. Every year. This is a bit riskier group than this one. This is easy, or this is less risky, or no risk as such. Zero risk. No risk you can call it, not zero risk. No risk. Okay, I am writing the same thing. One sec. Less risk I'll write it, because there is nothing in this world which does not have any risk. Less risk. Less risk. Okay. So, less risky this. This is a bit higher risk. This is a bit higher risk, high. And this is the highest risk in this restricted group 2. Kindly note, whenever you have a restricted group 2, in that every policy is to be taken an approval. So, approval for every policy. Approval for every policy. Even if I want to give a single policy, I'll have to take the approval. Now you'll say, what is this then? Approval for every policy. Now you'll say, what is this here? This is Europe. This is America. So open, no risk. What about this restricted? Restricted one is a bit serious countries. Means Middle East you can call it. Some Middle East countries. That, and approval for everyone. This is like North Korea. I have to send it to North Korea. I have to send it to Congo. Have you seen the export to Congo? Just type on Google and search Congo. I was working in one of the foreign banks. I had the transactions for Congo. Very risky. You send the goods, money never comes. Okay, means so risky it is. So that's why for such transactions, whenever you are very much afraid of money, you have to go to ECGC. Now see here, not only ECGC, I'll tell you one important part. ECGC is not the only body now. Earlier it was there. Earlier ECGC was the only body which was giving insurance for export. But now what has happened, even the private companies have come in. HDFC, Ergo, ICICI, Pru, okay, they have also come in. Bajaj, all of them have come in. So there are many market players now. But ECGC still holds the majority share. Why? Because it's a government company and it's there since long. It's like LIC. There are many insurance companies now, but LIC holds still the market leader. Why? Because it's from years. Okay. So, political risk, open cover and restricted cover. Okay, restricted cover 1 and 2. This is related to country. Okay, related to the country. Got it? Then commercial risk. Commercial risk means buyer and bank. What is buyer and bank? Let me explain you that also. See here. What is buyer risk and bank risk? Buyer risk already I have explained you, isn't it? Buyer risk means what? That buyer is not paying. So that is simple. That is called as which type of risk? Just now I told you buyer risk is a type of, which type of risk? Yes, buyer risk is a type of buyer. This is the type of, just now I told you, na? There are 2 risks in credit risk, counterparty and this credit country. So buyer's risk is a counterparty type of risk. Okay, CP, counterparty. What about this bank? What is this bank risk? How will the bank be risky? Do you think bank can be risky? Can bank be risky? Suppose if I say this XYZ bank, any bank is risky. Will you say yes? You will say no. They are backed by government. How can they be risky? But mind it, there are many banks in the world which are risky. For example, same example I'll just give you right now which I gave you. Which one was that? 2022 example. Credit Suisse. Okay. Credit Suisse is a sort of, was a sort of, not is now. It is not existing now. was a sort of semi-bank. Okay, semi-bank you can call it. It was actually an insurance company. Insurance means not exactly insurance. It was given. There are many layers in this. Sometimes they call themselves as a bank. They act as a bank also. They act as an insurance company also. They act as a counterparty guarantee also. They act as a hedging tool also. 1,000 names are given. Okay, actually is a sort of bank. So this Credit Suisse, it was having such a good reputation among the first 3, first 4, first 5. You check just 2021, check the rating of Credit Suisse. First 5 top banks in the world, Credit Suisse. One night, down. This happens. Some of you who don't know, Enron, once a company long back. Kodak, once a big company, film company, gone. Same thing happens. So bank risk is also important. If I ask you, let me give you the name, okay? Dretzner Bank. Dretzner Bank. Have you heard this? Dretzner Bank. You will say, what is this bank? I don't know. Dretzner Bank is a big bank in Germany. Big bank, like our SBI. It is somewhat like that over there. Of course, not to the level of SBI. SBI is very big as compared to Dretzner. Similarly, I'll give you CWB Bank. CWB. Many of you might not have, when I give you the name, then you'll understand it. CWB Bank. Many of us don't know what is CWB Bank. It is the biggest bank in Australia, Commonwealth Bank in Australia. So, such risks which we don't know. See, you and me can't judge many things. If I have worked in exports and imports for many years, that's why I know the names of these banks. I don't say I have the complete details of those banks, but I know the names. Right? So, same thing happens imagine if somebody is a new customer who has not dealt in it, he won't even know the names. Right? So, it's but obvious. So, coming back, buyer and bank. Okay? So, buyer risk, how is the buyer risk covered? Now, buyer risk is also having LC and non-LC transactions. Now, what is the LC and non-LC transactions? Kindly note. LC and non-LC means, see this. LC and non-LC means this is called as LC and non-LC is called as non-LC. This is also called as collections. Collections. Okay. This is called as collections. LC is covered by UCP 600, okay, and collections is covered by URC, Uniform Rules for Collections. I think so 625 is the rule, 625, okay. So, LC and non-LC. So, what is the difference between LC and non-LC? In LC, the payment is given by the bank. Bank guarantees the payment. In collections, buyer guarantees the payment. So, who is more trustworthy? Is the bank more trustworthy or is the buyer more trustworthy? Logically, bank. So, that's why LC transactions are done majorly in the risky instruments. Risky transactions. We always go for LC. Got it? And non-LC is when you know the buyer. If you know the buyer, then it's okay now. Okay? So, got it? And bank to bank, it is basically LC. Now, let's go to the questions. Some questions from your side also now. Let me see the answers from your side. Yeah? First one, give me the answer for this now. Let me see. Give me the answer for this. Yes? Jaldi. खड़े मेरे पैर दुख रहे and my legs are bending. And what are you doing? Give me the answer for this. Export Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited was set up in India in which year? Which year was it set up? 1964, 72, 84, 93. Which year? Yes, it was set up in 1964. It was set up in 1964. Kindly note. Okay, it was set up in 1964. Got it, everyone? ECGC was set up in 1964. Here, actually in 1957, Government of India established export risk insurance. Okay, Government of India established this export risk insurance to provide a credit risk insurance. So, export risk insurance was set up in 1957. From 1957, it shifted to 1964, and then ECGC was renamed. Okay, second one. Which type of ECGC's policy covers risk in respect of capital goods or turnkey projects involving medium and long term? Now, medium and long term means what? Turnkey projects. What are turnkey projects? See here, there are two types of generally exports. Two types of exports. One is within 1 year, means less than 1 year. Less than 1 year. Okay, and second is more than 1 year. Generally, I am talking of. Turnkey projects are bigger projects which require more than 1 year. Not only 1 year, it's actually turnkey is more than 5 years or 10 years also. For convenience, we are saying 1 year. Okay, turnkey is like dam. If I want to build a dam in let's say Oman, if I want to build a oil field means that oil well. Okay, let's say ONGC wants to build a oil well. So that will it be completed in 1 year? No, right? So these are called as turnkey projects. Now what is that other project then? Other is working capital project. Working capital means simple one. Immediately, current account goods. So in current account goods, what happens? It is done for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, max to max. Okay. So now give me the answer for this. Read this, everyone. Is it buyer-wise policy or specific policy for supply contract and specific shipment policy and services policy? Which one is it? Which one is it? Buyer-wise, specific policy for supply contract, then specific shipment policy, and last one is the services. So, kindly note, I'll give you some explanation regarding this. Buyer-wise policy is for buyers for commercial contracts, normal, less than 1 year. Generally, all these are for less than 1 year. Okay. Specific shipment policy is always generally for 1 year, not more than 1 year. 1 year is a long term. 3 months, 6 months. ECGC mainly covers 6 months. Everything is under 6 months. But only this policy, specific policy for supply contract, this is the policy for turnkey projects, long term. This is the policy for turnkey projects. All this, not only these two examples I am giving, there can be 1,000 things. Why only dam and oil well? Suppose if Infosys wants to set up something in some other country. So obviously even Infosys can't set up in 1 year, right? Airtel wants to set up the whole network in let's say South Africa. Will that network be set up in 1 year? No. So that becomes a turnkey project. Railways, Indian Railway is one of the biggest turnkey project taker in this world. Indian Railways have built long range railways in many countries. These are all turnkey projects. Okay. Got it, everyone? Getting this? Everyone, before going ahead, have you used this code Y432? Or you know this? Don't forget this code. Otherwise, I'll just go on speaking and Y432, you'll forget it. Whenever you have to purchase anything from Adda 24/7, use this code Y432. That will give you the highest discount. Okay. Whatever highest discount is available at any time, you'll get it through this code. Okay. So don't forget it. Which type of guarantee of ECGC covers post-shipment advances granted by the banks to exporters against export incentives receivables in form of cash assistance or duty drawback? Look at this. Here we are talking of guarantee from ECGC for duty drawback. Don't mix this with post shipment finance. Many of you will mix this because you have read this word duty drawback. Somewhere you might have read it in your earlier somewhere. So you'll immediately focus on post shipment finance. Here, post shipment finance is given by the bank. Kindly note, post shipment finance, it is given by the bank. Okay, finance. Okay, post shipment finance is given by the bank. Don't mix these two. Bank is separate, ECGC is separate. Clear? Bank gives post shipment finance against 2-3 parts, mainly 3. Okay, means those exports in which money is fully not received. Goods sent for $100 pending. So there I'll give the post shipment finance. Second, where I have sent the goods and I have received some advance. Out of $100 I have received $30. So $70 are pending. So in $70 if they are pending, in that case, this $70 pending will have basically the post shipment finance. Even this duty drawback means if I am getting from some government some incentives, those incentives require roughly 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, 2 months. So for 2 months my money is locked. So that's where I get post shipment finance. But here we are not talking of post shipment finance by the banks. Here we are talking of ECGC. And specifically we are talking of guarantee. Guarantee. So which type of guarantee is it? Which type of guarantee? Think of it, everyone. Post shipment credit guarantee, export finance guarantee, export performance guarantee, export production guarantee. Think of it, everyone. Yeah. Post shipment credit guarantee, then export finance guarantee, export performance guarantee, and export production guarantee. See, this production is totally different. Export production guarantee is totally different. The answer to this will be export finance guarantee. Kindly note, it is export finance guarantee. Got it? Export finance guarantee. Next one. Which policy of ECGC provides cover to Indian exporters against the commercial and political risk involved in the export of goods on a short-term credit? Short-term, less than 1 year. Just now I give you na short-term. Okay. So what is the answer? Export shipment, specific shipment buyers, export policy basically, specific shipment, small exporters and standard policy. What is this? ECG Indian exporters against commercial involved in this. On a short term credit. Okay, so goods on a short term credit specifically. So short term credit, it is always short term, means once only. See, this is for once only. Somebody is doing the export for once, twice, once in a year. So that seller will not take any other policy. He will just take which one? Which is required for that shipment only. So what is required for that shipment? Specific shipment policy. Kindly note, specific shipment policy means it's related to that shipment only. Only one export I am sending in 1 year. Why do I need this small exporters? Small exporters policy and standard policy, these two are for those customers who are having regular exports. Reliance is having standard policy. Okay, small exporters means less than 50 lakh your turnover should be. So, but you should be doing regular exports. But this guy is doing goods on a short-term credit. So, it is specific shipment policy. In transfer guarantee scheme of ECGC, loss due to commercial risks up to means covered up to what amount is the loss due to commercial risk covered? In transfer guarantee scheme, na? Yeah. So check this. I think so it is. No, let me see it from you. Get it from you. Here we are talking of commercial, no? Commercial. commercial risk is covered up to, let me see the comments. It is covered up to 75%. See here, political risk is covered up to 90%. Political is covered up to 90% and commercial is covered up to 75%. Got it, everyone? Clear? Chalo. Now before going, let me show you, go to, see here, the new batches have just started. Okay? Go to Adda 24/7, everyone. Check this. The new batches, just now they have started. Use the code Y432, again I am telling you. Okay? Go use the code and immediately join the batches. Okay? Immediately join the batches. Let me bring in. Let me show you how to join the batches. Okay? Go to Adda 24/7. See this. Always go through the app. In the app, you get 1% extra using the coin systems. So go to Adda 24/7. Go to JIB and CIB. You can go like this also. Or there is one more way out. On all courses, just click JIB, CIB, anything. Okay? So click on JIB and CIB. Here, click on CIB June 25. See the batches. Click on View All. Look at this. Click on View All. Okay? Now you will see this. Lakshya batch, target batch, increment batch. Okay? Join this target batch. Just now started. Okay? Ebooks, test series, online live classes. See this. Ebooks are to the level of chapter wise. Per chapter ebook. Test to the level of chapter wise. Per chapter test. Every recorded sessions are available. Faculties are experienced. All the faculties are experienced over here. More than almost 5-6 years, everyone. And get this code also. See this code. Never forget this code. Click on Buy Now. Okay. Now look at the discount offer. Put the code. What is the code? Everyone. Put the code. Y432. Okay. So I think so there's some problem over here. Okay. So you just put the code Y432. Yeah, here it is. Y432. Okay. Click on Apply. Look at this. 77% discount you are getting plus 1% extra. Using the coin systems app. Download the app. That's why I am saying. You can join the Mahapack also. In Mahapack you are getting, look at this. I'll show you Mahapack also. Mahapack is also one of the best options available to all the CIB aspirants. Okay. See this. CIB Mahapack 2.0. Click on this. See this. 6 months, 12 months. 2 validities are available. You get 15 plus batches per subject. 15 plus per subject. So don't miss this opportunity and also use the same code Y432. Okay. So let's take the leave today. Okay. Let's meet again. Bye everyone. And